to this stream. And today I'm being joined by Tope Adedipe. She is an author, and we've been going through a series of episodes that she wrote in her book. And today it's about you could have done more. It's a feeling that I am so conversant with because there are times when I show up to a room, I give my best at the work that I am doing, and I still have this feeling like I could have done more, like what I've done is not good enough. And also, as a mother, even though I am trying to be present for my children, I am doing everything in my power to show up as a wife. I still have that feeling of I could have done more. Tell us more about your experience with this. What do you think makes the phrase you could have done more so emotionally triggering for many people today?
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's nice to be here once again. The phrase you could have done more is like a punch to the guts because it pokes at two deep fears, which is one is failure and the other is inadequacy. So when people, it's like an attack. When somebody tells you you could have done more, you already feel like, I mean, it's like the person is has belittled whatever it is you have put forward or that you have done. And you have this, we live in a world where we have this constant demand and high expectations. Already people are overwhelmed and they are doing their best. But when you hit at people at home, at work, even at play, that, oh, you should have done more, or why did you do this? Why didn't you do it this way? It implies that their efforts were not enough. You're not happy about what they have done. So we have to be cautious how we relate to people because some people don't even need much to be said to them before they go into depression or before they hurt themselves. So we have to be very careful because such is like you're attacking the person personally, you're attacking their character, you're attacking the person, and that could amplify guilt and self-doubt. So if the person may even be healing from something, and then you bring the person back to level zero by saying such, and the person just feel so with all the effort, what I'm doing is still not okay. So that doubt just keeps hampering. The better approach is to recognize what has been done, recognize what has been done, and then suggest what could be done to improve. We only rise higher when we feel valued, not shamed. Because saying you could have done more is like you're shaming the person.
Yeah.
So let us watch the way we talk to people, be cautious about how we use our words because words are powerful.
Absolutely. And also, on the other side of the coin is the way we use that very phrase on our own selves. Because I've been through that. I know so many people have encountered that, whereby you set an unrealistic standard for yourself,
So,
and then, yes, when you fail to achieve it, it's so
mhm.
gut wrenching.
Or
How
even
can
perfectionism, saying that
absolutely.
I must be perfect at this, I must do this thing perfectly. You are sending yourself down a spiral.
That's so true. How do you identify that this is an unrealistic standard? Where do you draw the line? Because I want to be a great mom, probably. I want to be a great CEO and run my company in a great way. But where do I draw the line and say, you know what, Lisa, this is unrealistic. Stop here.
I always say to people, start by asking yourself, whose voice sets this bar? Is it my voice or someone else's? Whose voice am I listening to? Why should somebody set the standard for me? Why don't I set that standard myself? Question the origin of the standards. Do they come from true values? Because let's face it, we all have values that we hold there. We have our core values. So somebody coming from a a different perspective may help you sometimes, and it may bring you down sometimes. So that the more reason why you have to know whose voice you are listening to. Like in Christendom, we say, whose voice, whose report do you believe? Is it the doctor's report or the report from God? If you believe that God can do this for you, why don't you let your faith hold you there? So self-reflection is that first step. Observe your own internal dialogues. What am I saying to myself? Am I talking to myself negatively? Am I talking to myself positively? Can I not do this in a better way? Must I follow what these people are saying? Don't just join the crowd. Don't be pulled into people's chaos. Check with your core values. Stop setting unrealistic standards. It doesn't help anyone. It only leads to burnout because you don't know what the person is doing behind the scene. The person is only showing you the curated feed,
Yeah.
what the person is doing. So celebrate your progress, not just perfection. Celebrate your progress because your worth is not measured by how flawlessly you perform. The most important is to be a better version of yourself, a better version of who you see in the mirror daily. So we have to keep reevaluating and adjusting our aspirations. That's the only way we can help ourselves and gradually lose the grip we have on unrealistic standards.
Yeah, and this age of information technology and social media is so crazy, and we've been talking a bit about it in the previous episodes. If you're watching and you need to see those, just go and check out the previous episodes. Social media sets a standard and a bar. This is what a great mom should look like. This is what a great woman should look like. And so you find that it has messed with our minds. Of course,
Mm,
like you say, we are watching a curated feed, but our minds are picking up this information and creating this unrealistic standard. So,
mm,
self reflection is so important, as you say, in that you take the time out to do a self evaluation, evaluate
evaluation.
yourself. And I love
Mm,
the fact that you say that you only must try to do better than you were yesterday. You must be your own standard, not the person on the other side of the phone screen. And also, I believe in rest. What do you think the role what role does rest and reflection play in countering this pressure that we're facing?
mm. Rest and reflection act like a pause button in a world that constantly whispers more, do more, do more, do more. You know, they are
Yeah.
powerful antidotes to pressure of always doing more, of always being on 24/7. I'm not saying that I don't also fall culprit to saying I must do this, I must get better, I must do more than I am doing. I'm not, please, I'm not a saint. We are all a work in progress, learning to be better. So please, as if you are listening, if you are watching, do not feel that Dr. Lisa and I are your standard, or we are the perfect example. No, we are all learning to be better. Rest gives your body the reset that it craves. You're not a machine, you're not a robot. So you need to learn to respect your body and learn to rest. While reflection also helps you to see if that extra doing even aligns with your values. We are back to the core values again. So rest is not a reward, because some people think rest is a reward. No, rest is not a reward for hard work. It's your fundamental need, because you need that reset. That's why you have to rest. You need to learn to rest. It is not a luxury. You have to listen to your body. When you rest, you recover, you recuperate, you restore, your energy gets restored. Because being at work constantly, even not being at work, being awake, doing one thing or the other constantly drains your energy. When you rest, it helps you to reset, and it boosts your creativity. While reflection helps you, I mean, it offers you a crucial pause to evaluate your priorities. Reflection helps you to evaluate your priorities. It helps you to check in with your true feelings, you know, and it determines if your efforts are aligned with your values, like I said earlier. So you cannot push rest and reflection aside. It helps you to take care of the pressure. You cannot be constantly on. When pressure is too much and you don't listen to your body, the body gives way. You risk chasing tasks that look important when you keep on and on, but they mean very little. They really don't change anything. They're just there. So stepping back is not laziness. It's not laziness. Your stepping back may just be for a few minutes, an hour, 2 hours, a day, a week. Be wise. Be wise. Listen to your body. Protect your energy. It is when you do this that you sharpen your focus. It helps to sharpen your focus.
I think the biggest challenge that people face with rest, the big challenge that people face.
What happened? I can hear you. Did you go up? Is it from my side? Love. Are we off? Can't hear you. Is it from me? Hmm. No. I think we're having network issues. We're so sorry about that. Give us some minutes, we'll return. You can't trust this network, because fluctuating. It's not ringing here. What happened? Okay, I was trying to reach you. Can we? What do we do now? Start again?
No, I think we
Are we
can
fine?
continue. Yeah, we had
Okay.
a technical
Okay.
issue, but we were
Issue.
talking about the importance of rest. And I'm saying, I think the biggest challenge that most people have is that guilt that comes with it. Because you feel guilty when you're resting. You feel like, I should be working, I should be making progress. And also, if I rest, what's the guarantee that when I'm done resting, I'll have the same motivation to keep going
We
like I do now?
continue.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. But I think, like you said, and made it important, it's a very important thing that we must prioritize it. It's not just something we do optionally, it's a requirement in order for us to be performing at our 100% best.
No.
So, yeah, thank you for that. And if someone is in a moment of failure, they've tried everything, probably the year is ending, they've not been able to achieve their goals, they feel like they're a failure, how can someone speak to themselves in such moments?
In moments of perceived failure, it is crucial to shift from self criticism to self compassion. If you have been following us, you know we've always been hampering on the need for self love, self compassion, speaking positively to yourself, ditching negative self talk. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a friend, to a close friend. When a friend comes to you with an issue, you speak in a very loving manner without judgment.
Yeah,
You speak with compassion. Instead of saying, I am a failure, try asking, what can I learn from this? Show yourself some compassion. It's not that deep. Yes, failures happen, and failure is not final, it's not fatal either. It all depends on the kind of mindset that you have embraced. And it is very critical that we embrace a vibrant mindset. Yes, mistakes happen, failure happen, but don't sit in that. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment. Of course, you will feel disappointed. That's okay. We are human beings. Blood flows in our veins. Remind yourself that a setback does not define your overall worth. Neither does it define your overall capabilities. Be gentle with yourself. Speak positively to yourself. Focus on what is next. Look at the failure. And it's like failing failing an exam, a critical exam. If you fail it, you know to progress, you must pass. So you have to sit back and reflect. What did I do wrong? Didn't I do correctly? What have I learned here? Is it to study more? Is it to get help from other people? That's just for exam. But there are also mistakes that you make while at your desk in the corporate world. Some mistakes can really lead to issues, but then you don't shut yourself down. You try to learn more to get better. What's happening to the network? Network is dealing with us. Uh-huh.